In the previous two episodes, we made our way from the hectic streets of Kathmandu to the beautiful mountains in Langtang. We climbed 5,000 metres above sea level, battling the harsh elements and altitude, only to climb straight back down and up the opposing 5,000 metre mountain to swim in a frozen lake high above the clouds. Now that you're more or less caught up, join us for the final section of the journey, where we catch a propeller plane to the beautiful city in central Nepal called Pokhara, which offers some pretty awesome attractions like paragliding. So before we continue, let's sit back and enjoy the relaxing flight over the stunning city. From here, we'll be trekking the Annapurna region, retracing many of the same steps I took when I was in Nepal half a decade ago. Our first section of the journey took us to a place called Gosaikunda, which overlooks the Annapurna range. We battled our way through a bamboo forest, rarely trekked by tourists, meaning that the beaten track was sometimes completely grown over, and it was guesswork finding the right road to travel. It was also concerning that we would often pop out of the bamboo forest to a sheer cliff face or fast-flowing waterfall. The mountains here are spectacular. Annapurna is the 10th highest mountain in the world, and the region is home to 13 peaks over 7,000 metres. To give you some perspective, the tallest mountain in my home country is 2,200 metres, so more of a hill next to these monumental peaks. From here, we did a speed hike up to an extremely popular viewpoint called Poon Hill, where we watched the glorious sunrise from behind the massive mountains with 360-degree views of the Annapurna region. Well worth the early start and thousands of steep steps we climbed to get to the top. While beautiful, it reminded me why I have no interest in doing Everest. The amount of tourists was overwhelming, with their obnoxious voices and cameras on large extendable poles. I'm glad I've never been one of those damn tourists, hey. We also went off track and discovered a Buddhist temple hidden within the mountains. This place was like something straight out of a video game. I was honestly half expecting to find a chest full of treasure and old artifacts while exploring. Our next stop was at a place called Kopra Danda. From the tea house you get views of Annapurna 1, which sits at 8,100 metres above sea level, and Annapurna South, which is slightly smaller but still impressive. The only way these views could possibly get any better were if there was a McDonald's and a massive oil rig at the peak. Ah well, next time. The sunsets and sunrise from here were some of the most spectacular I've seen. It cast a red hue across the range. Honestly, the graphics were nearly as good as my 4K TV back home. Insane. The following day we had a massive trek toward our final destination of this hike, to Khayer Lake.
It takes a beating up animal to pull them all away. Rushing me around and it's sending me astray. Don't you lie to me as we finally got a handle on the doors that we open and shut. Packing on my suitcase cause I'm going far away. I'm going to a place.
This lake sits in the heart of the range, just underneath the massive 8,100 metre tall mountain, Annapurna 1.
So, my guide is saying that mountain's not that difficult to climb. 7,700, that's much more difficult to climb. Annapurna 1. 8,100 something meters. Ridiculous. Fuck. Make it up there and we're done.
To make it more interesting, our guide took us off track to a point above the lake that looks completely unreachable by foot. But I'm glad we did, because this gave us hands down the best views we've seen all trip.
She took
Yes, I need to give that a ring. Oh my god. Oh, broke. You broke it.
We managed to time the hike down perfectly so that we got to watch the sunset over the glorious Annapurna range one last time before saying goodbye to this beautiful country. On that note, thank you so much to all of you who have followed this journey. Thank you to the amazing people I met along the road. Namaste to all the homies in Nepal. And love to all the beautiful old ladies who fed me and kept me fueled for the epic adventure. You are all very lucky I didn't meet you when you were my age. Peace.
I was hoping you get a bit closer, but we're not chicken out there. Yeah, I wouldn't have. Yeah, it's been 3 months, mate. You got long hair, that'll be.
Are you kidding me?
So you fucking dick.
I'm like looking back at the footage, just furious.
You told me
6.5 inches.